स्टार्ट लिख दीजिए. Hi students, a very good evening to all of you. Just because of some technical issues, we got late for half an hour. The technical team is sorry for the inconvenience. Sometimes it happens. So anyways, the technical team will always see that it should not happen, but because it is new for even us, so this happened. Anyways, so all wells that ends well. We again start with our second session of this UGC NET English. And today I welcome all my new students as well as old students who were here yesterday also. They must have enjoyed my first class with the introduction and with a lot of things which we discussed. Today, all those students who have joined me today live from all the parts of the country, I should tell them that they should not worry for the previous class, because I think that by today evening we will try that the last lecture, yesterday's lecture, will be uploaded. So you can see an osnacademy.com top rankers. You will see all the last video lecture, and in this way, this is the second lecture which you are continuing. So today, as we had discussed in the last lecture about the starting of the history of English literature, we started with drama and we completed a lot of things. So today we are going to start with the Elizabethan drama, and from Elizabethan drama we are number one with Christopher Marlowe, क्योंकि इसके पहले का हम लोग कल कर चुके हैं. So in short, Christopher Marlowe, you have all read in your BA English days and MA English that he was only 30 years of age when he died. And how he died? Because of his quarrelsome nature. His nature was highly unconventional, and it is supposed that he was stabbed in death at a tavern. मतलब एक लड़ाई हुई थी जिसमें ऐसा माना जाता है कि उसको स्टैब कर दिया गया. And it is still uncertain. Lot of researches were done, but it is still uncertain that whether he was killed over a fight or over some bill. एक ऐसा मानना है कि कोई बिल का इशू था जिसके वजह से शायद उसका मर्डर हुआ, या किसी quarrelsome नेचर की वजह से हुआ. And it is also supposed that he had his involvement as some undercover political intrigue. Intrigue means something happened between some persons. So some undercover political problems भी थी जिसके वजह से ऐसा हो सकता है. Christopher Marlowe was a typical Renaissance man. What is Renaissance? You must be knowing. So he was a typical Renaissance man, and he has combined, or he had combined his life with action. And he was a man of scholars, a man of letters. Man of letters means बहुत intelligent, and you can actually see his intelligence in his mighty lines. He is known for his Marlowe's mighty lines. The most important part as far as net angle is concerned is to study his plays. And what are the names of his plays? You can note it down. You must be knowing also. But the most important plays are, likhiye, Jew of Malta, number one, Jew of Malta. Second is the tragical history of Dr. Faustus, जिसको short में हम लोग कहते हैं Dr. Faustus. Tamburlaine the Great, and Edward II. Then there is a play which is known as Dido. Dido का full name है students, Dido, Queen of Carthage. And what is the peculiarity of this play? Dido, Queen of Carthage was a play which was written with Thomas Nash in 1594. 1594 में Dido, Queen of Carthage लिखा था इसने in collaboration with Thomas Nash, Nash. And his non-dramatic poetry. What is the name of his non-dramatic poetry? It is Hero and Leander. Yes, Hero and Leander, which is based on, किस पे based है ये? चैट नहीं आ रहा है. Which is based on, बताइए. Which is based on Greek of Masaeus, M-A-S-E-U-S, which is based on Greek of Masaeus, M-A-S-A-E-U-S, based on, ये क्वेश्चन एक बार आ चुका है, एक किसी सेट के एग्जाम में, स्टेट एलिजिबिलिटी टेस्ट में, कि ये जो हीरो एंड लिएंडर है किस पे बेस्ड है. सो इट इज बेस्ड ऑन द ग्रीक ऑफ मेसायस which is of the 5th century AD, and this play, this Hero and Leander was completed by George Chapman, and the lyric, the passionate shepherd, the passionate shepherd, the passionate shepherd, and this again I will repeat, the Hero and Leander, which was based on the Greek of Messias, was completed by Chapman, and the lyric, the passionate shepherd, is written by Christopher Marlowe. बहुत ज्यादा तो इसने नहीं लिखा है, जो भी सर्वाइव किया है इट इज बेसिकली फ्रॉम द ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ ओविड्स एमोर्स. ओविड एमोर्स, AMORES. chats. Yeah, I think students now are live, so I'm able to see. ये क्या है? Translation of Ovid's Amours, जो मैंने ये लिखा देखिए, Ovid's Amours, and this was printed in 1596, and of the first book of Lucan. I am writing it here. The first book of Lucan, Lucan, the first book of Lucan, which was printed in 1600. So to end it here about Marlowe, now what you have to do, students, you have to just know two lines story of the Tamburlaine the Great. Tamburlaine the Great was written in part 1, part 2, Edward II, Dr. Faustus, the Jew of Malta, and Dido, Queen of Carthage. Now your homework is that you know the characters of Edward II, Dr. Faustus, Jew of Malta, and even Tamburlaine the Great. उसमें जो main characters हैं, and what are the name of these characters, and what is the storyline. Otherwise, what is happening in this today examination, जो आप लोग घबराते हैं कि textual questions बहुत आ रहे हैं. So I would just like to suggest you कि जो textual questions आते हैं, there are so many textual questions coming. So there are thousands of books which cannot be read at all. And it is technically not possible, students, that you may be able to read line by line, para by para, whether it is prose, poetry, fiction, drama, anything. So yesterday I had taught you one thing, that 100% you don't need to get. You have only to get that level of selection percentage where you can qualify. Rest 40%, 45%, or even 35% is left behind. So you cannot be a master of everything. So whatever you have to do it with proper system and then see your result. तो हर चीज आपको नहीं करनी है. Yes. To continue with again Marlowe. Marlowe was basically one of the greatest dramatists of the 16th century, apart from Shakespeare, and the most important influence upon Shakespeare. Shakespeare के ऊपर उसका बहुत जबरदस्त इन्फ्लुएंस था, और ऐसा माना जाता है कि शेक्सपियर को इससे प्रॉब्लम भी थी, and that is why somebody says that he might be murdered, whatever it is. Researchers have done a lot of researches, but they could not come to any point. Now, his importance, जो मार्लो की जो importance है, it is only because of his energy, which he has given to us in the form of his dramas through blank verse. Blank verse उसका एक ऐसा है जो उसको full of energy कर देता है, and he got this level of power because of his blank verse, and that is why his lines are so mighty, and his plays are full of intensity, so intense that we actually understand him to be a great genius, rather than when you read his epical drama, that is Dr. Faustus, which has been most popular in the entire world. And as far as music handling is concerned, music and the control of, you can say, this 10 syllabic line. As far as the music is concerned and the 10 syllabic line is concerned, he learned this 10 syllabic line from Spenser and contributed to Milton as well as to Shakespeare. ये बहुत ध्यान दीजिएगा इस सेंटेंस को कि मैंने आपसे क्या कहा. As far as Dr. Foster's music handling is concerned and the control of the 10 syllable line is concerned, these two things he learned from Spenser and contributed to Milton as well as to Shakespeare. Yes, you can note it down somewhere. So yes, now I am able to watch so many students who are live now. So now after Marlowe, we will proceed towards विलियम शेक्सपियर. विलियम शेक्सपियर के बारे में क्या कहा जाए, बट he is such a great name that even if we read it, we teach it, we can spend days and nights, weeks and months, and it will not finish. So विलियम शेक्सपियर पे आइए, हम लोग विलियम शेक्सपियर की बात करते हैं. विलियम शेक्सपियर का जो एज है, कौन से एज है स्टूडेंट्स? इट इज कंसिडर्ड टू बी द लैटर पार्ट ऑफ द रेनेसा. रेनेसा का पहला पार्ट जब रेनेसा शुरू हुआ था, और एक सेकेंड पार्ट. So Shakespeare basically belongs to the later part of the Renaissance and a period in Western culture that basically began during the 14th century in Italy. And this Renaissance word describes what it describes. It describes a renewed interest in ancient Greek and Roman culture and a flourishing of art, nourishment, which was inspired by that time, in that time. And one of the most potent ideas of growing secularism and revival of classical humanism, focused interest in his life, which he has. Yesterday also I told you that Shakespeare was a person who had a deep insight into the psychological insight of the human consciousness. And that is why that human consciousness जो उसकी स्टडी थी वो इतनी माइन्यूट और इतनी प्रिसाइज थी कि he could write such plays which are even read today in all its potentialities, and we enjoy it a lot. And one thing more, he is one of the most performed dramatist, one of the most admired dramatist in the world, who was born in 1564. एक समय वो भी था नेट का जब ये पूछा जाता था कि शेक्सपियर कहां पैदा हुआ है, तो स्टूडेंट्स लिखते थे या टिक करते थे स्टैफोर्ड अपॉन एवॉन. सो एक समय वो भी था, दैट वाज इन वारविकशायर, एंड दैट इज समवॉट 100 miles northwest of London, and he was baptized on 26 of April. Anyways, ये सारी चीजें तो आपको आती होंगी. As far as his fame and celebration is concerned, William Shakespeare has always been a very mysterious figure. Why mysterious figure? Because we don't have any records. His personal history is concerned, he is actually a mysterious figure. Shakespeare का जो formal education है वो कहाँ हुआ है? It is in King's New School, which is basically somewhere a mile from his parental house, and he was उसके जो 16th century की हम बात करें, so it is also important to know that जो उसकी जगह है जहां वो पैदा हुआ है, that is a important place for the agricultural center. मतलब उसकी जो जगह है वो एग्रीकल्चर और मार्केट टाउन के लिए जानी जाती थी. एंड द बिल्डिंग इन हेनली स्ट्रीट, ये कुछ वर्ड्स हैं जो आपको याद रहने होंगे. द बिल्डिंग इन कौन सी स्ट्रीट में? हेनली स्ट्रीट, जिसको कि माना जाता है इट इज द बर्थ प्लेस ऑफ शेक्सपियर, विच वॉज एक्चुअली 2 एडजेसेंट बिल्डिंग्स, जिसको कि जॉन शेक्सपियर ने परचेज कर लिया था समय के अंतराल में, और बाद में इन्हीं दोनों बिल्डिंग्स को ज्वाइन कर दिया. एंड दीज आर नॉट रेंडरिंग्स ऑफ द ओरिजिनल बिल्डिंग्स, दे आर 2 एडजेसेंट बिल्डिंग्स विच वाज ज्वाइंड टुगेदर, और आज आप विजिट करेंगे तो दैट इज 1 बिल्डिंग. Now we will talk something about the education of Shakespeare. Shakespeare basically attended the Stratford Grammar School, which was the major center, education center of the prominent citizens of that time. He started his education with English alphabets, and slowly and steadily he had some lessons in English also, Latin composition also, study of Latin authors like Seneca, Cicero, Virgil, Horace. These things have been his literary training. In 1582, he got married to Anne Hathaway. She was the daughter of Richard Hathaway of Shottery. I think it is the same pronunciation, Shottery. And Anne was some 3 months pregnant at the time of marriage and 8 years older than William Shakespeare. The couple had later twins, that is Hamnet and Judith. Hamnet and Judith. This is also, you should know about this thing. Now, Shakespeare को उस समय बहुत loss हुआ. He suffered sorrow at the loss of his son, and which is also reflected in a passage from a play, King John. देखिए, हम जो भी आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं, बता रहे हैं, it is something of very precision, filtration. कि I have so much experience that this question was also asked, that what is the name of that work, what is the name where, yeah, which is a play, yeah, which is a work where you find that it has been reflected that he was full of sorrow when he lost his son. So it is King John. You might miss when you read because Shakespeare is so vast. Now, the next topic will be, many questions come from this topic, that is the lost years. Lost years. Lost years is, that is 1586. इसको आप नोट कर लीजिएगा, 1586 to 1592. The lost years. What is this lost years? Can anybody tell me here? Students, are you getting my this thing lecture? If you are all online, please tell me. I will see your messages. Anybody knowing what is the lost years? What do you understand by the term lost years? See, I'll tell you. जो उसका डॉक्यूमेंटेड एविडेंस है शेक्सपियर का पहले 24 साल का, वो क्या है? The first documented 24 years are considered to be his baptism, then marriage, then baptism of his children. But no records survive from the Stratford Grammar School, जहां पे उसका एडमिशन हुआ था, for his years there. So the period between the birth of the twins and the first record of Shakespeare's success in London is referred to as lost years. I'll again repeat what is the lost years. Again, I will repeat that the period between the birth of the twins and the first record of the Shakespeare's success in London, इस दोनों के अंतराल में जो समय है, इस पीरियड को लॉस्ट ईयर्स कहते हैं. एंड देयर इज नो डॉक्यूमेंट्री रिकॉर्ड ऑफ शेक्सपियर्स एक्टिविटीज फ्रॉम द बर्थ ऑफ द ट्विंस in 1585 until Robert Greene's complaint about him as a upstart crow. आपने पढ़ा होगा, ये क्वेश्चन कई बार नेट में आ चुका है, किसने उसको कहा upstart crow? So it was Robert Greene. और कब कहा है? 1592. करेक्ट. इसीलिए बायोग्राफर्स ने कह दिया है इस पीरियड को लॉस्ट ईयर्स. खैर, एनीवे, वी सी दैट शेक्सपियर हैज एस्टैब्लिश्ड in the London theatre by the date is 1593, London theatre, and by this time Christopher Marlowe was murdered in 1593 जब उसने लिखा था Tamburlaine and Dr. Faustus and Jew of Malta. Moreover, जब शेक्सपियर लंदन में था उस समय उसका बहुत अच्छा समय था, दैट इज नोन एज द गोल्डन एज ऑफ इंग्लिश ड्रामा. एंड द फर्स्ट थिएटर जिसका नाम था द रेड लायन, द फर्स्ट थिएटर द रेड लायन. हु बिल्ट दिस रेड थिएटर? हु विल टेल मी? एनी स्टूडेंट? हु बिल्ट दिस फर्स्ट थिएटर नोन एज द रेड लायन? It was built by जॉन ब्रेन, इट वॉज बिल्ट बाय जॉन ब्रेन, इसको आप कहीं नोट कर लीजिएगा। एंड इन 1576 ब्रेन और उसका एक ब्रदर इन लॉ था जेम्स बर्बेज, ब्रेन एंड हिज ब्रदर इन लॉ जेम्स बर्बेज erected another playhouse जिसका नाम था द थिएटर। आई एम श्योर दिस यू मस्ट बी नोइंग, द थिएटर। And who was James Burbage? He was a carpenter who later on turned as an actor. And in 1587, Philip Henslow. Philip Henslow. Who is this Philip Henslow? Who will tell me? Philip Henslow opened another theater जिसका नाम था The Rose. All these questions have come sometime or the other in NET, SET or any other examinations. So ये आपके लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि फिलिप हेंसलो ने ओपन किया एक थिएटर जिसका नाम था द रोज, एंड दिस बिकेम दिस बेसिकली दिस थिएटर द रोज वाज वेयर एस्टैब्लिश, या कहां बना था? थेम्स रिवर के पास। इट वाज बिल्ट नियर द साइड ऑफ द रिवर थेम्स, एंड दिस थिएटर द रोज became the home of Christopher Marlowe's plays. और यहां पे थॉमस कीट staged his best play known as the Spanish Tragedy, जो हम लोगों ने कल भी इसको पढ़ा था। So this is the theater The Rose where Thomas Keat staged his most popular revenge drama known as the Spanish Tragedy. और शेक्सपियर का एक प्ले था that is Titus Andronicus, और एक प्ले और था जिसका नाम है हेनरी सिक्स। इसकी ट्रायलॉजी was played at Lord Strange Inn. So these are the questions which they ask, ये कब हुआ था, ये कहां हुआ था, ये प्ले कहां स्टेज हुआ था, ये ट्रायलॉजी कौन सी थी? लॉर्ड स्ट्रेंजेस मैन, LORD स्ट्रेंज men, ये क्लियर, which was staged on the same theater. ये इस थिएटर में स्टेज हुआ था। Now we will talk about the non-dramatic poetry of Shakespeare. Non-dramatic poetry, which has always been a part of the question papers. Examination में students British literature, whether they ask less or more, but these are some of those very essential elements, essential credentials as a backbone of English literature, that if you are reading Shakespeare, you have to know all these things, because these questions, these knowledge support other things also. And this is Venus and Adonis, non-dramatic poetry, Venus and Adonis, जो कि 1592 में लिखा था। He wrote this poem in 1592 during the period when the theater was closing in London, and it was registered and printed the following year, means 1593, and moreover it was dedicated to Real of Ruthley. You must have heard, Earl of Southampton. Now the next is The Rape of Lucrece. The Rape of Lucrece, ये कब लिखा था शेक्सपियर ने? It was written in 1593, which was printed in 1594, and it was again a dedication to the same lord, and it was less successful compared to Venus and Adonis. But both these poems were printed by Richard Field. इसने he was a printer of these. याद करिए स्टूडेंट्स, पिछले पेपर्स में जाइए, बहुत पहले के, तो एक समय वो भी था कि जब क्वेश्चन पूछते थे कि हु हैज रिटन द पब्लिकेशन ऑफ टॉटल्स मिसलेनी, तो स्टूडेंट्स ये नहीं जानते थे कि टॉटल था कौन। रिचर्ड टॉटल, टॉटल्स मिसलेनी आपने नाम सुना होगा। तो ही वॉज अ publisher of that miscellaneous poems by Thomas Wyatt and Surrey. So प्रिंटर तक का नाम पूछा गया था नेट के पेपर्स में और कई बार पूछा गया है. So Richard Gilfield was the printer of these two very famous poems by Shakespeare, that is Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrece. And in 1599 एक वर्क आया था जिसका नाम था The Passionate Pilgrim, and this poem was attributed to Shakespeare, and in it two of the sonnets, एक का नाम है 138 नंबर है ये और एक है 144. sonnets के आपको पता होगा numbers हैं. There are so many sonnets of Shakespeare, numbers are given. So in 1599 a work titled The Passionate Pilgrim was attributed to Shakespeare, and in it two of the sonnets, that is number 138 and 144, appeared. Other poems, certainly not be of Shakespeare, appeared in the same volume. बाद में क्या हुआ कि एक थिएटर बना जो बहुत फेमस हुआ, जिसका नाम था ग्लोब थिएटर. एंड ग्लोब थिएटर कब बना है? दिसंबर 1598. December 1598, and Richard and Burbage, along with their friends, dismantled the theater. जो थिएटर पहले बना था, जो मैंने आपको बताया, it was first of all dismantled, and a new playhouse was established, was made, और उसका नाम रख दिया The Globe. So this is how the Globe came into existence. Now, to continue with this, we are coming to the most important part of Shakespeare's plays. ये हो गया आपको basic knowledge. Basic knowledge was very important for every student of English literature. Suppose if you are going for any interviews, at least you have to know these preliminary things at all. Now we are going to talk about the major comedies of Shakespeare. And in this, number one comes All Wells That Ends Well. आज भी इस प्ले के ऊपर ये क्रिटिक्स का मानना है, some critics even today feel or consider that this play is a play which can be taken as problem play. Why? Because it cannot be described, it cannot be taken into the system of that it is a tragedy or a comedy. And this play was originally published in the first folio of 1623. First folio of 1623. Neither it is a tragedy, neither it is a comedy, तो इसको लोग मानते हैं it is a problem play. And ऐसा recently कहीं argue हुआ है, some of the scholars, of the researchers have argued somewhere in some book that Middleton has collaborated with Shakespeare on this play. Middleton. So now understand that why I told you this thing here. You must be having a lot of knowledge about the plays, about the comedies of Shakespeare, but here only I will discuss those things which should be remembered by you at any cost. And what was that point here? That Middleton had collaborated with Shakespeare on this play. Moreover, अब इसकी story line हो गई या इसके characters हो गए, that you will do yourself. Now, the second which we are going to discuss in comedies is, now you will remember this thing, you will not forget. All Wells That Ends Well के बाद आता है As You like it. As You Like It. What is As You Like It? As You Like It is basically a pastoral comedy, which was also published in the first folio of 1623. And in this play, Rosalind flees along with her cousin Celia. Rosalind flees along with Celia. Okay, Celia. And इसके साथ एक और कौन था? Plus Touchstone. Who was with them? Rosalind flees with Celia and Touchstone. And finally, where she has gone? To the forest of Arden. I still remember there was a question few years back on this play. What was the setting of this play? Something like this, where the option was to be the forest of Arden. So there are so many forests in Shakespeare's plays कि बहुत दिक्कत होती है उसको याद करने में. That is why I am giving you only those points which are there to listen to you, and this will be somewhere in your mind. Forest of Arden ये गए थे. And this play is known for its most important speech. What is the speech? Any student can write here on the message and tell me the speech. What is that name of the speech? Very famous speech, students. Who will write here on the message chat box? As You Like It किस line के लिए बहुत famous है? And this line has been quoted several times, and we even take that quote in our normal day-to-day parlance. Yes? Correct. Shreya, you are right. It is a very common sentence. Everybody knows it. All the world's a stage. Correct. ये दुनिया एक स्टेज है जहां हमें आना है, जहां हमें जाना है. We have to do our duties. We have come here. We will do our duties. We will do everything, and we will pass away. This is a platform. This is a stage, and we are all dramatists. We will do our work. We will do our drama, and we will go away. So this is the thought of Shakespeare, who has embedded only in 5 words, and this few words has become a landmark in the international literary history. As far as this play is concerned, Duke Frederick ने क्या किया था? He had usurped the entire kingdom and exiled his brother, जिसका नाम था Duke Senior, and he, means the Duke Senior, banishes Rosalind from the court, and then they all three leave the kingdom with Rosalind. Rosalind, students, who will tell me? Because these are very simple things. You might remember, you might have forgotten. So I just want to see you here that Rosalind ने disguise किस form में किया था? I just want the immediate answer. She disguises as, नाम बताइए, immediate, fast. I just want to see your memory because it is a very, very simple question. We have read this this drama when we were in class 8th, 9th or 10th. Yes, correct. Shreya, it is, yes, correct. Ganymede. And Celia disguises as, Celia का नाम बताइए. Celia का नाम बताइए. Yes, I'm still waiting. Yes, Garima, you are right. I'm asking you the name of Celia. Celia ने किस नाम से disguise किया था अपने को? Yes, correct, Shreya. That is Elenia. Aliena. Elenia. Now, these are all very important things which you have to remember. Now, my next question here is the source of this play. मतलब ये जो As You Like It लिखा है शेक्सपियर ने, इसका जो सोर्स है, आपको ही पता है कि शेक्सपियर ने ज्यादातर प्लेज में he has taken a lot of things from various sources. Yesterday also I told you that he took a lot of sources from George Lilly here and there and University Wits, from so many other places. But you have to tell me that the source of this play is from, yes, I am waiting for your answer. Now I'll see that how much you remember, because it is also a very simple question, and it has been asked several times, in the this examinations, and it can again and again come in any form. Moreover, I will also try to explain you here that this as you like it जो शेक्सपियर ने लिखा है, इसके दो सोर्सेज हैं. पहला सोर्स बताइए और दूसरा सोर्स बताइए. हम आपको यहां पे वो देंगे, इनिशियल्स देंगे. इनिशियल्स मींस कि यू हैव टू थिंक. इनिशियल्स देंगे. देखिए इनिशियल्स आप पकड़ पाते हैं कि नहीं. This, the source of as you like it is this, and by, this is by. यहां पे भी मैं इनिशियल दे देता हूं आपको. टेल मी नेहा. हाँ नेहा, आपने यू हैव गिवन अ राइट आंसर. करेक्ट. श्रेया, यू हैव कंप्लीटेड द कंप्लीट सेंटेंस. रोजालैंड बाय थॉमस लॉज. करेक्ट. ये है थॉमस लॉज, ये है रोजालैंड. एंड नाउ व्हाट इज दिस? हु विल टेल मी? Second one, Shreya, you don't remember. Neha, the history of Orlando Furioso. The history of Orlando Furioso. Neha, you are right. Second, I can't remember. Okay, yes. Now, both the answers are here. The source of this play is Thomas Lodge, Rosalind, and the history of Orlando Furioso by Robert Greene. RG means Robert Greene. Now, the most important part is yet to come. And what is that important part? I'll tell you. Here, in my study material also, I have written at many places some of the quotes of Shakespeare which are equally very important, and they actually mean something in life also. Means कि अगर शेक्सपियर की प्लेस को if you take in this 20th century contemporary world, you will find that how true he was in the 15th century. 500 साल पहले. And what are those lines which are very important, which you must have read? And I have also faced this problem that when I was a student like you, I still remember when I went for the MA English interview, I was asked to give a quote of As You Like It. I was just told, sweet are the uses of adversity. Sweet are the uses of adversity, which like the toad ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. And this sentence was given by my professor, and he told me to give me the answer कि ये कहाँ से आया है, किस ड्रामा का है. Do you remember, students? You just give me some messages here. So I will see to it that do you remember these very famous lines? Sweet are the uses of adversity, and wears yet a precious jewel in his head. So As You Like It एक ऐसा ड्रामा है जिसमें जो कुछ इंटरनेशनल लाइंस फेमस हो गई हैं. एक और मैं आपको बताऊं जो अभी मैंने डिस्कस किया. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women dash dash. Who will write it? All the men and women merely players. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. जैसे देखिए, एक लेडी होती है, एक लड़की होती है, वो माँ भी होती है, सिस्टर भी होती है, वाइफ भी होती है, और उसके पास कितने पोर्टफोलियोज होते हैं. इसी तरह मेल्स के पास भी कितने पोर्टफोलियोज होते हैं. सो सोचिए 500 साल पहले उसने क्या लिखा है. एंड वन मैन इन हिज टाइम प्लेज मेनी पार्ट्स, हिज एक्ट्स बीइंग 7 एजेस. सो दीज आर द फेमस लाइंस. यस, करेक्ट श्रेया, आपने लिखा है प्लेयर्स, एंड ऑल द मेन एंड women merely players. And I also still remember one of his 2-3 lines. And this our life, you can write it down in your diary. I still remember one very important famous quote. And this our life exempt from public haunt. And this our life exempt from public haunt, find tongues in trees. Find tongues in trees, books in the running brooks. How beautiful these lines are. Books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, पत्थरों में sermons in stones, and good in everything, सब चीजों में अच्छाई. And this our life, exempt from public haunt, finds tongues in trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything. So maybe this is a 3-line from As You Like It, which might be new for you, but now if somewhere you are asked, you will actually remember it, and this will haunt. मैंने आपको कल क्या बताया स्टूडेंट्स? जितने भी नए स्टूडेंट्स आज सुन रहे हैं हमको, मैं आपको वो लाइन फिर से रिपीट कर दूं कि यूजीसी नेट का जो एग्जाम है, जो 4 ऑप्शन दिए होते हैं, वो सिर्फ नॉलेज से नहीं होते, सैग्रीगेशन से होते हैं, फिल्ट्रेशन से होते हैं. The more knowledge you are having, the more filtration you can do it, and then finally come to the final conclusion that this should be the option. Okay, now continue with the next. That is the comedy of errors. The comedy of errors. Comedy of Errors was a play which was again published in the first folio, and it has been adopted. It has been adopted for opera. इस प्ले को ओपरा के लिए अडॉप्ट किया गया था, म्यूजिकल थिएटर के लिए किया गया था, म्यूजिकल थिएटर के लिए किया गया था और स्टेज के लिए किया गया था. And this is a play of 2 identical twins who accidentally got separated at the time of birth. Now, my next question to students, again the same net eccentric question, that the source of the comedy of errors is, बताइए, I am watching your message. The source of the play comedy of errors is, who will write? Correct, Plautus. Roman comedies of Plautus. The source of this play is Roman comedies of Plautus. Yes, Shreya, you are right. Yes, correct. Now, next. What is this play? What is the full name of this play? What is the full name of this play, students? Yes, Measure for Measure. Measure for Measure जो play था, it actually deals with the issues of mercy, justice, truth, and the relationship of pride and humanity. Write one sentence I will give you here, which is actually like a sentence जैसे मैंने अभी आपको बताया, all the world's a stage. इसका एक sentence है, if somebody can recall and tell me, which is very famous also. Yeah, Megha, you are right. Neha, you are also right. Vandana, Garima, this is also correct. Plautus and McCamey, correct. You are also right. Who will tell me that Measure for Measure में कौन सी वो लाइन है जो बहुत फेमस है? हम उसका हिंट दे देते हैं आपको. Now complete this sentence. Complete this sentence. Some rise by sin and some by virtue fall. Correct. Some rise by sin, some rise by sin, and some by virtue fall. So this is a line from Measure on Measure, and this Measure on Measure is also a part of first folio of 1623. It is taken to be a comedy. इसको माना जाता है कि ये कॉमेडी है, but overall the impact of the plot defies our expectations as a comedy. इसका जो प्लॉट है वो हमारे को एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं देता है कि इट शुड बी अ कॉमेडी, बट इट इज टेकन टू बी अ कॉमेडी. नाउ नेक्स्ट, is the most simple again, The Merchant of Venice. One of the most important, one of the most remembered, one of the most read, even in our young days, in our school days, exactly known and remembered for the immortal characters like Shylock, Bassanio, Antonio, and Portia. And due to the extreme cruelty, Shylock became a prominent and one of the most famous title characters, and the merchant Antonio, because of his love, friendship, and for whatever he is a character, we still remember Antonio Bassanio, Portia, and Shylock. And you all remember the story is not to be dealt with here. Now there is a line, it's twice blessed, it's blessed him that gives and him that takes, and this is a line from Act 4 Scene 1. So I still remember that this line was asked in net paper that ये किस scene किस act की है या किसने कहा है. Anyways, I will tell you some quotes about this Merchant of Venice. I am not bound to please thee with my answer. I am not bound. लिख लीजिए. You just write it down in your copy. I am not bound to please thee. Please thee. I am not bound to please thee with my answer. With my answer. So this is a very famous line of the Merchant of Venice. Now, just a question. There is a character, Sir John Falstaff. Who will tell me that कौन सा play है जिसमें character आता है Sir John Falstaff? Sir John Falstaff is a character in which of the play by Shakespeare? इसका एक हिंट मैं आपको दे सकता हूं. हिंट है कि this character has also been featured in Henry IV. Yes, correct. Yes, The Merry Wives of Windsor. Correct. The Merry Wives of Windsor में कैरेक्टर था सर जॉन फॉलस्टाफ, जो कि इससे पहले हेनरी IV के पार्ट 1 और पार्ट 2 में हमें दिखाई पड़ा है. और जो टाइटल है द मेरी वाइव्स ऑफ विंडसर is the title is in the reference of Windsor Castle, WINDSOR, Windsor Castle, और ये कैसल कहाँ है? बर्कशायर इंग्लैंड में. क्लियर. नेक्स्ट इज अ मिडसमर नाइट्स ड्रीम. मिडसमर नाइट्स ड्रीम जो है is a play which is characterized as a comedy, Midsummer Night's Dream, and it is also a play which has been widely performed across the world. And there is a famous line, I'll meet by tonight moonlight proud Titania. I'll meet by moonlight proud Titania. It is a line of A Midsummer Night's Dream. Now the next is Much Ado About Nothing. Much Ado About Nothing. And Much Ado About Nothing, students, is considered to be one of the best comedies by Shakespeare. Why best comedies? My question to you is, why it is considered to be the best comedy? One of the best comedies, in fact. Any answer to this question? आपका कोई इसमें आंसर बन सकता है कि ये क्यों बेस्ट कॉमेडीज में आती है Much Ado About Nothing? Any answer here? Any answer? No answer. Shreya. This is considered to be the best comedy because there are so many marriages which come here, multiple marriages, and I still remember that इसमें जो lovers हैं वो उनका नाम तक नेट में पूछा गया था एक बार कि बीट्रिस किस प्ले में है. तो इतना कंफ्यूजन होता है शेक्सपियर के प्लेस में बिकॉज सो मेनी कैरेक्टर्स, सो मेनी प्लेस, कि जब एकदम से आपसे पूछ लें कि बीट्रिस कौन है या बेनेडिक्ट कहाँ का कैरेक्टर था या क्लॉडियो किस में था, तो समटाइम्स वी कैन इवन गेट कंफ्यूज्ड, एंड दिस प्ले also included in the first folio of 1623. So we will end here this Shakespeare, and in the next lecture tomorrow we will continue with this the tragedies and other plays. Now today, as I had discussed yesterday also, I will give you a brief important crash course type of a thing per day. So now my most important session for every student for a brainstorming, because you cannot travel in the net exam preparation only with particular areas per day. You have to brush up so many areas per day so that when the examination comes, you are ready with everything. And I have found with my experience that the students who are preparing at their places, homes, anywhere, they start with one play or one area of literature, and they particularly spend lot of days, weeks and months. तो ultimately last में hyper हो जाते हैं. So ऐसा मत करिएगा, and that is my style of teaching is entirely different, which is 100% net eccentric. Now, my first question to you students is that what is the name of that novel which is written by Thomas Mann? The first novel by Thomas Mann. Why I am taking the name here Thomas Mann? आप पिछले पेपर्स को उठा के देख लीजिएगा ओरिजिनल. थॉमस मान हैज बीन आस्क्ड सेवरल टाइम्स. हर पेपर में इस ऑथर को ये छोड़ते ही नहीं हैं. थॉमस MANN. And suppose if I am writing some name here on the blackboard, on the whiteboard, so this means that this is important and you can even survey or Google or read more about it. So who will tell me the first novel, the name of the first novel by Thomas Mann? और यही वो नॉवेल है जिसने थॉमस मान को नोबेल पुरस्कार दिया, नोबेल प्राइज इन लिटरेचर, एंड दिस नोबेल पुरस्कार इन लिटरेचर ही गॉट इन 1929. Nobel Prize in Literature because of this very novel. What is the name of that novel? दिविता. दिविता आपने लिखा है मैन ऑन मंकी माउंटेन. नो. एनी अदर ऑप्शन? Any other? Budden Brooks. Correct. Shreya, you are right. Budden Brooks. Correct. स्पेलिंग आपकी थोड़ी गलत है. BUDDEN BROOKS. Budden Brooks. अब देखिए यहां पे मैं आपको एक चीज और बताऊंगा. यहां पे मैंने लिखा थॉमस मन, आपको बताया नोबेल प्राइज मिला 1929 में, किसी ने बताया बर्डन ब्रुक्स. ठीक है, मैंने इसको शॉर्ट में लिख दिया. दिस डज नॉट मीन दैट योर स्टडीज यहां पे खत्म हो जाती है. नो, यहां से आपकी पढ़ाई शुरू होती है. इट इज नॉट द क्लोजिंग ऑफ द डे, इट इज द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द डे. मीन्स कि हमारे पीछे में आपको क्या तैयारी करनी है, यही स्टाइल है पढ़ाने का जो आपको लिमिटेड पीरियड में हम आपको सिखाएंगे, सो दैट यू डोंट फेस एनी प्रॉब्लम व्हाइल सिटिंग एट होम. मीन्स कि बर्डन ब्रुक्स. अब आपने लिख लिया, नोट कर लिया. whenever you have time of 2 minutes, 1 minute, just type Budden Brooks and see what comes in front of you in Google. आपने देखा, आपने पढ़ा, आपको लगा कि हाँ ये 2 लाइन इसको हम नोट कर लें, and you just note it down. So that is the extra labor which you have done, and nothing is bad. आप जितना भी पढ़ लेंगे वो आपके लिए अच्छा है. Now my next question is, इसको आप नोट कर लीजिएगा. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, एनाटॉमी ऑफ मेलेंकली. देखिए क्वेश्चन बहुत सरल हम पूछ रहे हैं, बट स्टाइल अलग है पूछने की. द एनाटॉमी ऑफ मेलेंकली इज रिटन बाय रॉबर्ट बर्टन. हम सब जानते हैं रॉबर्ट बर्टन ने लिखा है द एनाटॉमी ऑफ मेलेंकली, लेकिन इसको किस सिडोनिम के लिए लिखा है? इट वॉज पब्लिश्ड अंडर द सिडोनिम क्वेश्चन मार्क. ये हमारा क्वेश्चन है. अंडर द सिडोनिम. The Anatomy of Melancholy by Robert Burton was published under the pseudonym ये. अब इसको आपको बताना है ये क्या है. Who will tell me? इसको आपको बताना है. This is the name, the pseudonym name. Should I write it down or wait for some seconds? Democratic Junior. Correct. Now, who has written an autobiographical novel जिसका नाम है In the Castle of My Skin? A very important work. In the Castle of My Skin. It is an autobiographical novel written by and the Castle of My Skin. In the Castle of My Skin. American writer George Lamming. George Lamming. And this is not the end of the story here. ये जो In the Castle of My Skin है, ये जो टाइटल है, ये कहां से लिया गया है? From where the title in the novel In the Castle of My Skin has been taken, which is written by George Lamming. It is taken from a couplet of Derek Walcott's. डेरेक वॉलकॉट आपने पढ़ा होगा. डेरेक वॉलकॉट के एक कपलेट से लिया गया है और उस वर्क का नाम है एपिटाफ फॉर द यंग. एपिटाफ फॉर द यंग, ये लिखा है डेरेक वॉलकॉट ने. इसके एक कपलेट से लिया गया है. उसमें उस कपलेट में होगा इन द कैसल ऑफ माई स्किन. सो नाउ स्टूडेंट्स अंडरस्टैंड कि एक सेंटेंस में, अब हमारा पूरा सेंटेंस सुनिएगा. एन ऑटोबायोग्राफिकल नॉवेल इन द कैसल ऑफ माई स्किन रिटन बाय जॉर्ज लैमिंग एंड द टाइटल ऑफ द बुक इज टेकन फ्रॉम डेरेक वॉलकॉट्स अर्ली वर्क एपिटाफ फॉर द यंग. सो कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड कि एक लाइन के अंदर कितनी सारी नॉलेज मैंने उसमें डाल दी है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड सैग्रीगेशन. कि जब फिल्ट्रेशन आप करेंगे तो एवरीथिंग विल कम इन योर माइंड कि हमने कहां कब क्या सुना है. द डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस मे नॉट कम टू योर माइंड बट द फिल्ट्रेशन विल गिव यू द आंसर. हु हैज रिटन द वर्क द स्टोन एंजल? मेनी टाइम्स आस्क्ड. Even the characters of the stone angel. Who has written the stone angel? Immediate answer, immediate answer. Stone angel आपने नाम सुना होगा, आपने एमए फाइनल ईयर में ये कोर्स में भी होता है. इट इज बाय मार्गरेट लॉरेंस. एंड मार्गरेट लॉरेंस की ये जो नॉवेल है द स्टोन एंजल, ये एक काल्पनिक शहर में है. काल्पनिक शहर कल्पना से बनाई गई. बहुत सारी हमारी नॉवेल्स इंग्लिश लिटरेचर में आपने देखा होगा कल्पना के शहर में बनती हैं. उनके नाम होते हैं वेसेक्स नॉवेल्स, ये नॉवेल्स. तो इसकी फिक्शनल टाउन का क्या नाम था? तो मैं इस सेंटेंस में आपको थ्री थिंग्स आई एम टेलिंग यू. दैट इज द स्टोन एंजल रिटन बाय मार्गरेट लॉरेंस इज अ नॉवेल सेट इन द fictitious town of Manawaka. 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 This is the fictitious town Manawaka. और Manawaka क्या लिख दीजिएगा? Manitoba. Manitoba. So this is a fictitious town. This question can also come. In this way, when normally the students are preparing at home, they only read and read, but the net angle is always missing. I am 100% sure in these 2 days of lecture, you might have received some of the glances that how I have been teaching you and how my system of teaching is very, piercing into the net examination. Everything you are nourishment, you are getting nourished with the innermost things that how to prepare. अब आप कभी भी कोई किताब हमारे स्टडी मटेरियल को या कोई भी चीज पढ़ रहे होंगे तो यू कैन एक्चुअली इनैक्ट इट, यू कैन एक्चुअली अंडरस्टैंड इट कि नहीं मुझे ऐसे नहीं पढ़ना, मुझे ऐसे पढ़ना है. ठीक है. नाउ वन मोर क्वेश्चन. जॉर्ज एलियट की है साइलस मार्नर. जॉर्ज एलियट साइलस मार्नर। तो जॉर्ज इलियट की जो साइलस मार्नर है, इसका एपिग्राफ किस पोएम से लिया गया है? दिस इज माय क्वेश्चन। वंदना, yes, you have written Manavaka. The epigraph of George Eliot's Silas Marner is taken from a poem, and that poem का नाम आपको बताना है, which is a poem written by Wordsworth. You must be knowing about this poem, but maybe you are not able to remember with this reference that the epigraph of George Eliot's Silas Marner is taken from a poem. Should I write it? Yes. Michael. And this is a pastoral poem by Wordsworth. So इस पोएम से इसका एपिग्राफ लिया गया है, जॉर्ज इलियट का साइलस मार्नर का. So finally I'll take 10 minutes more. This part which we are discussing as a crash, there are some questions which I have made, and these are those questions, students, which when I make it one by one, they at least take 30 to 40 minutes in designing one question. 30 से 40 मिनट लग जाता है सिर्फ एक क्वेश्चन को डिजाइन करने में with options original which are made by me. I'll discuss 2 or 3 questions. You can understand that how I have framed these original questions. And the reason of making these original questions is only that when I give you one question, you are able to get a lot of knowledge of that particular area, which is going to be benefited by every student a lot. I'll just discuss one question. It is just a, it is not basically the second day question, but because I'm teaching you, I told you that I will be teaching you 10 minutes, 15 minutes crash course. So it may be sounding very heavy for you, difficult for you, for the beginners, but don't take it that way. Just take it that it is imparting knowledge, and to a great extent, it will be on your diary, which will help you. I'll ask you and you just try to see that what I'm saying. It is a novella written by the German author Thomas Mann. एक नोवेला है. नोवेला का मतलब होता है स्टूडेंट्स, नोवेल का छोटा रूप को नोवेला कहते हैं. So it is a novella. You have to tell out of 4 options, you have to come out with one option. And the question starts from this place. It is a novella written by the German author Thomas Mann, published in 1912. This novella is powerfully intertextual, with the chief sources being first the connection of erotic to philosophical wisdom traced in Plato's Symposium and Phaedrus. Question बहुत कठिन sound कर रहा होगा, but see how I have made this question. So you have to tell the name of this novella. I'll again repeat the last time. It is a novella written by Thomas Mann, who is a German author, published in 1912. And this novella is powerfully intertextual, with the chief sources being first the connection of erotic to philosophical wisdom traced, जिसको हम trace कहां से करते हैं? Plato's Symposium से या Phaedrus से. You have to tell me the name of this novella. And I have given the 4 options here. That is, the first option is अब मैं आपको रीजन बता रहा हूं इस क्वेश्चन को बनाने का। द मैजिक माउंटेन, डेथ इन वेनिस, बर्डन ब्रुक्स, एंड none of these. 1 2 3 4. The reason of making such questions is, hard questions, is that at least when you are solving this question, you will be knowing the names of this which you might not be knowing normally. कि हमें पता है कि अच्छा पता चल गया कि आज से कि थॉमस मान ने बर्ड एंड ब्रुक्स भी लिखा है, द मैजिक माउंटेन भी लिखा है और डेथ इन वेनिस भी लिखा है। और ये तीनों वर्क्स जो हैं, दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर योर यूजीसी नेट एग्जाम। इसका डिटेल स्टडी भी हम स्टूडेंट से कहते हैं कि मार्क कर लीजिए। तीनों को हमारे स्टडी मटेरियल में तो हमने प्रॉपरली इसको डिटेल में भी दिया है, मैजिक माउंटेन को भी दिया है, डेथ इन वेनिस को भी दिया है, आप भी पढ़ सकते हैं। सो नाउ व्हाट इज द ऑप्शन ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन? एनीबडी इफ कैन आंसर बाय any sort of correct. Who has written death in Venice? Yeah, Aditi and Shreya have given the right answer. That is death in Venice. It is the right answer. So I don't know whether you were knowing this answer or not, or it is just a clue. Anyways, the answer is death in Venice. Answer is death in Venice. So I'm just trying to tell you that how I make questions so that in totality you have a lot of knowledge. One more question. The students who must have attended my yesterday lecture will be able to answer this question immediately. A Vision of Judgment is a short story in 9 sections which was first published in The Butterfly in quotes. और उसमें which was published in The Butterfly, a humorous and artistic magazine. Means कि जो The Butterfly है वो कैसी मैगजीन थी? A humorous and artistic magazine. Now you have to tell me who is the writer of A Vision of Judgment, which is a short story in 9 sections. See, by chance yesterday I have discussed this only, and today see I have a paper in my hand where I have made a different question in a different variety. Who will write the answer? A Vision of Judgment is a short story. Yes, correct, Neha. H.G. Wells. So now you understood that how this question I have framed, and now you also know, because yesterday I did not tell you that it was 9 sections. Today it is much more, that now you come to know that it is a short story in 9 sections also. See, I have made one question, a very original question about Arthur Miller. Arthur Miller पे क्वेश्चन है. Arthur Miller wrote a dramatized and fictionalized story of Salem witch trials. Arthur Miller wrote a dramatized and fictionalized story of Salem witch trials. WITCH. Number 1 point है ये. Number 2 point, he wrote play as an allegory of MCCARTHYISM. Number 3, Betty Paris Parris, is a 10-year-old daughter of Reverend Samuel Parris in this play. I have given 3 points, and I have given the first sentence that Arthur Miller wrote a dramatized and a fictionalized story of Salem witch trials, where these things are also there. Now I will give you the 4 names. You students, you might not be knowing any of these things. The purpose of making such question was, you might not be knowing any of these things, but when I will give you the 4 options, you will understand at least that these 4 dramas are written by Arthur Miller, and coincidentally you will work upon it, because every drama is equally important. Pehla, The American Clock. Second, A View from the Bridge. A View from the Bridge. Third, The Crucible. And fourth, Broken Glass. Now, you see the UGC NET papers. You will find Broken Glass also, Crucible also, The American Clock also, and View from the Bridge also. Different questions are asked inside from these. Now from today onwards, with this lecture, you are able to know that these are written by Arthur Miller. So any idea, any clue that these details ये किस ड्रामा में हो सकते हैं? Any answer? Acha, someone you want that I should repeat this last question? Okay. Arthur Miller wrote a dramatized and fictionalized story of Salem witch trials. कोई ऐसा प्ले है जिसमें उसने ड्रामा लिखा है और कल्पना की है, फिक्शनलाइज स्टोरी बनाई है, कोई सैलम विच ट्रायल्स होगा, उसको आप विकिपीडिया पे चेक भी कर सकते हैं, उसके बारे में उसने लिखा है. एंड दिस प्ले इज एन एलिगरी ऑफ मैककार्थीज्म, एंड दिस टर्म मैककार्थीज्म इज नोन एज सेकेंड रेड स्केयर. इसको कहते हैं सेकेंड रेड स्केयर. ये भी इसी ड्रामा में है. एंड लास्ट पॉइंट हमने लिखा है, बेटी पेरिस इज अ 10-year-old डॉटर ऑफ रेवरेंड सैमुअल पेरिस इन दिस प्ले. कोई दिक्कत नहीं, अगर नहीं आता है कोई बात नहीं. इट इज जस्ट टू मेक योर मोर नॉलेजेबल एज फार एज द पर्टिकुलर ऑथर्स आर कंसर्न. आपको यह पता चल जाना चाहिए कि हम ऑथर मिलर पढ़ रहे हैं तो हमें किस लेवल तक जाना है. ये नहीं कि एमए में हमने केवल एक नॉवेल पढ़ी, एक ड्रामा पढ़ा और बस काम खत्म. ऐसा नहीं होना है. बताइए, द आंसर आपने लिखा है, नेहा ने द क्रूसिबल, अदिति ने लिखा है क्रूसिबल, वंदना ने द क्रूसिबल, एंड दिस इज द राइट आंसर. आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव बीन हैप्पी टू गेट द राइट आंसर, एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट माय स्टूडेंट्स टू गेट दैट लेवल which is possible when you read your literature properly with a proper guidance. Yesterday also I told you कि only reading will not help you. So today this is the end of our class today. Tomorrow also I am going to take the class same time, 3:30. And suppose sometimes 5-10 minutes anything happens, nothing to worry, you just wait. जैसे आज ऐसा हो गया था, रोज तो ऐसा नहीं होगा. So be again prepared that we are going to continue from Shakespeare, and tomorrow Shakespeare को continue करने के बाद I will come again back to the Anglo-Saxon period which I had taught you yesterday. हम वहां से उसको भी कवर करेंगे, and then I will take 10 minutes crash course. In this way, this will be the third demo final lecture of tomorrow, same time, 3:30. Okay then, take care and good evening. Thank you.